Hello, welcome. Sorry, it was a few seconds late, but hello, welcome to another Thursday and another stream. How are you today? Okay, so let me know what is brewing uh, on your to-do lists today. Is it productiveness or is it writing? Is it whatever? Because let me tell you, I have not done anything since last stream. So in the last stream, I started researching how to write a pitch because I'm entering my book into a contest and I need to write a short pitch about my book. So I've done nothing more this whole week because I've been planning baby stuff. But I am fully ready to just get into writing a pitch today because it needs to be done. And the deadline is fast approaching. It's the 5th of February, I think. Yeah. And that's like 2 weeks. And I still need to look through my first 30 pages for grammar mistakes and everything. So yeah. So I'm gonna, I think, research a bit more and start to put down some sentences. I think I just need to start really, but yeah. So let's see who's here today. Wendy, hello, welcome. You're working on editing a newsletter magnet you finished yesterday. Magnet? What's that? Like because a magnet for me is like something you put on your fridge. You edited one chapter and you're getting started on the next. That's good though. So is it something you send into a newsletter or something? Or Thank you for asking the very good questions, Wendy. Yes, sorry. I too wonder this. So what is everyone working on today? Ever the curious mind. Nina, hello, welcome. How are you today? You are not sure what you'll do yet, but you're going to eat dinner. Very good. Get your priorities straight. I think I'm going to use the first warm-up sprint or 5 minutes of that to get tea, the all essential tea, and also lit up the fireplace, I think. Because I'm in my usual spot for the winter, which is in the sofa directly in front of the fireplace, which is not lit yet. So yeah. Thank you, Wendy. I hope so. Okay. So a magnet is a link at the back of the book for a free bonus story if they sign up for your newsletter. Oh, that's such a nice idea. Oh, I like that. Like, like a bit of a golden nugget for the people. Very nice. Wild Duck Productions. Hello, welcome. You're going to be updating some computer stuff and reading. Very good. What are you reading today? Some of my friends were going to do like a bit of a book club thing in February because I don't know. I've just been reading like pregnancy books for the last month, and sure, it's what I need to learn, but I need something to get some other what's it called? Other things to think about too. So we're gonna do hopefully a little bit of a shorter book, but I don't know what yet. I'm just like, I'll join whatever it is. So yeah. Wendy saying hello to Wild Duck. Very good, very good. Okay, so how is January treating you guys? Because I feel like January just is almost gone. Oh, it's so good though, because I mean, January and February are just like months that you have to get through. Nothing really cool happens, and also it's just, or at least in Norway, it's just dark and cold and shitty. So thankfully, we get a little bit more sun each day, but it's still like not the best. So I'm kind of just waiting for January to be over, to be honest. And yeah, so maybe joining a book club and stuff in February will help speed it along. I just need spring, please. Wendy, you signed up for a reading club a year ago and you never read any of the books. No, but you read other books. You don't think that's what they wanted you to do? No, not really. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think I could join like any book club, but since it's with my friends, it's kind of like, let's hold each other accountable, and hopefully we can agree on a book that everybody actually wants to read. Because I feel like if you join book clubs just like willy-nilly on the net, or um, anywhere, oftentimes I do not want to read the books that they agree upon, and then I'm kind of like, well, gone with that. So I agree with you. So I hope that we can like find something that I actually want to read. But then again, I need to challenge myself, because I read like 99% fantasy or sci-fi. No contemporary, maybe some romance, but yeah, nothing else. So I need to broaden my horizon, I think. Absolutely. Sako Tumi, hello, welcome. How are you today? Wendy saying hello to Sako. What are you working on, Sako? I would love to know. Nina, January could have been better, but you hope February will start out good. Same. It's not that it's been like super bad either. It's just like, yeah, a get through month. And I was kind of like, this is like my chaos personality, because when I think of something that I want to do, especially with like interior design and decorating and stuff, I'm also like, it has to happen now. If it doesn't happen now, I'm I, I will just get so demotivated and everything. So in my head, I put like a goal of um, making everything, the baby room, everything ready in January. And I was kind of like, it has to happen, it has to happen. But then, life happens, and I don't have all the equipment I need. I can get that equipment in February. But then I was kind of like, but it doesn't happen the way I want. So that's like, ugh, chaos mentality. I could do it now, but it would be not thought through and also more expensive. So, yeah. So I'm kind of just like, I'll get it done in February. Yeah. So well. Sako saying hello to Windy, and Sako, you're working on a newsletter for the next couple of weeks. Then you are in good company with Windy, both of you. Newsletters, very good. Nina, you're such a mood reader, and book clubs have never worked for you. But you want to buddy read a book with a friend this year. Yeah, that sounds much better, I think, too, because I actually like, I really want to have like discussions with my friends about books. Not necessarily strangers, but just like, uh, yeah, with friends. So I think that we are like four of us, I think, so we can agree upon a book that everybody wants to read. Windy, oh sorry, I have a lot, or me, I have a lot going on right now. How's the baby? How are you feeling? Thank you for asking. It's good. Stressing a little bit, as it's getting closer. I'm in week 30 now. I think that's like 7 months, I think. So it's getting closer. The due date is 10th of April. So it could be like 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after, who knows? So I'm kind of like, we don't even have like a bed or anything. So I bought like a dresser, um, for all the baby clothes and everything on Sunday, uh, and carried it by myself to the car, and basically threw my back out. But then that's another example, because I was kind of like, saw this dresser on what is essentially Norway's Craigslist, and I was kind of like, this is a bargain. I need it now. I gotta go get it now. My husband was ill. He couldn't come with me, and I was just kind of like, but the people selling it, they can carry it for me. That's fine. That's fine. Uh, so I was just like, took off in the car, and then uh, there was only one person there, so I had to carry it with him, and then yeah, that's like my personality. Everything have to happen right now. So, but it's good. It's good now. Uh, SD, hello, welcome, and thank you for making friends with the like button. uh, just a reminder that there are only 13 days to apply to speak at the 2023 AuthorTube Writing Conference. Cool. You can find the applications on the website. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. I don't know what that is. AuthorTube. I'm gonna kind of write AuthorTube Writing Conference. Oh, wow. I'll check that out in the sprint, I think. Very nice. Windy is agreeing with Nina about the book clubs. Yeah, I am close. And it's stressing me out. I'm kind of not prepared. Well, yeah. SD saying hello to Windy, asking how you are. All those things will come when you need them. Don't stress. Yeah, I know. I know. It's just my mind. So yeah. Ooh, nice, SD. You got just over 2,000 words already today. That's awesome. And with that as a motivation, I think we will jump into the first sprint. I'm gonna use at least 5 minutes of this first sprint to make some tea and just get into it, and maybe some Google timers today. We'll not do 30 minutes at the start, but maybe we will drag it down to 20, so we can get our documents opened. Oops. And lit the fireplace. Stuff like that. Let's see. Yes, very good, SD. For continued success. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, you can learn a little bit of Norwegian if you would like, because we always count to 5 before we start the sprint. So let's start in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go! Okay, that was the first sprint done. Just one moment, I have to write down a thought I had. Okay. Yes. How did that sprint go for you? I got a little bit into it again because I did some research last stream, and found some questions that I want to answer to like get a pitch ready. So what I have written already is like elevator pitch. Is that what it's called? Uh, I'll read it to you. So this is my elevator pitch, but I need to like write some more too around it. But the dome with its protective shield is the last resort for survival on the ice planet Iallefall. But a terrorist group that has sold their souls to animals is threatening their entire existence. Joanna, the Empire's assassin, gets the mission of infiltrating and destroying them. Outside of the dome awaits endless blizzards, monsters, and a battle against her own inner demon that haunts her dreams and reality. She has to vanquish them all if the planet Iris should have any hope of surviving. So that is my elevator pitch. It sounds much better in English than in Norwegian, so I think I have to tweak it a little bit. But I also have found some questions that I think I want to answer, or put into my pitch, because it's basically like, what's your book about, and tell us about you as a writer. And then I also found on the internet some other things that could be useful to put in, uh, like answer why should this be published, why am I the right person to write this story, um, and also like the intended age group, and yeah, why should they spend money on this is like the big question. So I'm kind of like started writing, why should my book be published. And basically I started writing the argument that, okay, so it's a little bit complicated. If you don't know Norwegian, we have two written languages. They are basically the same but also different. Because the majority of the country writes in the written language called bokmål, um, like, yeah, 80% of people, I think. But we also have this other written language called nynorsk, which is the language that I write in. I'm proficient in both, but I really love nynorsk because it's the language that I brought up writing. So I'm kind of like having the argument that there are not a lot of fantasy books written in nynorsk, New Norwegian, and the fantasy books that are written in New Norwegian is either horror books, like Goosebumps type books, or they have a male protagonist, or it's like very centered into the Norwegian folklore. So I have a female protagonist. I have a whole nother other world and fantasy system, much more fantasy, epic fantasy, I think, and it also brings up more relevant topics, because a lot of the fantasy written in New Norwegian now is kind of like, yeah, situated in Norwegian folklore and doesn't like. I'm also centered around like trauma and how that affects the mind and how you can find like a family doesn't have to be blood and everything like that. So I'm trying to like write that into. I think those are good arguments for why they should publish it, but I just need to get it down. So yeah. Also, tea. Please let me know if you have any like tips for what should be in a pitch. SD, you got lunch and you wrote 32 30 the sound in English, it's hard. We don't have that in Norwegian, I think so. So teeth, for example, and 3. Nope. 32 words. That's amazing. And oh no, you weren't subscribed, SD, but you were sure that you had been at one point. Thank you for the resubscribe then. It's weird. Do you have to be like X amount of active on a channel to not be like secretly unsubscribed? Because I have channels on my subscription list that I haven't visited in years and it's still there. So yeah, you too, Winnie. You've been randomly unsubscribed. I don't know what it is. It's weird. Ooh, you had an egg salad, Windy. Egg salad / avocado sandwich and edited almost a chapter. Sounds amazing. Both the sandwich and the editing. Very good. Yes, elevator pitch. Nina, you ate food and you called your mom. Awesome productive sprint. Thank you, Windy. I seem to fit a lot in there. Yeah, because I was thinking, okay, I made like a I made like a catnip list. Like, what is my catnip about this story? What makes me want to read it? And basically, I had like magic with animals, hallucinations, trust other people, monsters and ice planet, badass with a sword, and exploitation of nature. Those are like the top things that I'm kind of like, oh, I would read that. So I tried to like put that everything in a clever way in there. So yeah. It's yeah, absolutely, Windy. Pitches and blurbs are so difficult for many writers, and you think that was a good one. Thank you. Yeah, it's really difficult because I'm also like second guessing myself. Like, I think that sounds cool, but is it what a publishing house would look for? Does it like check any boxes? Is this what the market is looking for? But I just have to trust myself, I think, with just like what I would read. If it stood in the back of a book, would I pick it up? That is just what I'm gonna have to go with. Yes, agreed that it is difficult. Absolutely. There are so many things about my books that stick out, and that's great. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, I hope so. That's so cool. You think those are solid arguments. Thank you. Okay, I hope so too. Because I was kind of like the first like big experience I had with fantasy and fantasy in New Norwegian. What I like about New Norwegian is that it's very close to my speaking dialect. So it's much easier for me to write. And that's like the whole origin story of why we have two, is that we have a lot of mountains in Norway. We have a lot of different dialects because we were separated by those mountains. We can understand each other, but basically, when we got out of the union with Denmark, where we basically were like Denmark's colony ish, there was a lot of debate of should we make a whole new language, New Norwegian, that is much closer to how we speak, or should we just keep the language that we've had for 400 years and just like Norwegify it a little bit. So that's how we ended up with two. I like writing in New Norwegian because it's closer to my dialect. I like it better.
Also, it's newer.
Yeah, you could say it's newer. It is, because the bookmål,
It's the newest thing.
book language, is 400 years old ish. But yeah, so I think the like biggest thing that started like, oh, I really like New Norwegian for me is when I wrote the shamer no wrote read when I wrote read god read the shamer's daughter is its English title. It's weird title. I like the title, but yeah, that's what's like my my epiphany on New Norwegian, and that is about a female protagonist going on an epic adventure in a whole new world, and she has magical powers. So I haven't seen that in recent years. So I want to write that. SD, about the subscription thing. Yeah, you were wondering about that with the activity level, if you have to be like a certain amount of active on the channel. But heck, you follow so many people and you try to keep up with them, but it's a lot. Yeah, absolutely. It shouldn't do that either way, I think. Mina, YouTube doesn't unsubscribe you from the inactive channels and channels you never visit, but from the channels you are on a lot more. It's weird. You too, Windy. You're sometimes unsubscribed from channels you visited days ago. Not so much anymore, but it still happens on Twitch a lot. That's awful. And also very annoying, because YouTube is meddling. Oh, thank you, Nina. You sure hope my book gets translated someday so you can read it. It sounds so good. Thank you. That would be the dream, though. And that would be so cool to just like translate it myself too. Okay, so it's absolutely what a publisher would look for. You've got the world building, the characters, the plot, the enemies, all of that in a very small space. Oh, thank you, Windy. Yeah, I got some help from the stream too, so I kind of like explained everything, and I got some help from you guys, so that was very, very good. But yeah, I really recommend like putting out the catnip to researching what is the catnip of your story, what makes you want to read it, and then try to put it into a few sentences.
Isn't Catnip the main character of the Hunger Games?
Yeah. No, that's Katniss. Idiot.
Oh, is it?
Okay. So they're trying to make New Norwegian a universal language in Norway. Uh, no, it is. There are two written languages, and both of them are like equal by law, but not by practice. If that makes sense, like you are free to choose which one you want as your main written language. But it's also mandatory in school to learn the other written language as like a side written language. So yeah, it's mandatory to learn both, but very, very few choose to keep it as their main language. But since it is equal by the law, it there is a lot of subsidization, or you get subsidies to write in New Norwegian, so it doesn't like fade away and stuff like that. So yeah.
Fade away and stuff like that.
He's mocking my way of speaking.
Du kan si at noen kommuner er nødt til å ditt og datt.
Yeah. So
Ja.
so with the subsidization, for example, every public organization and public platform has to be at least 30% written in New Norwegian and stuff like that. So
Like news and stuff.
like the news and everything. So yeah. So it is a universal language in of that you can understand what it says. It's not, those two aren't that different. People like to say that they are, but that's just because they don't want to write New Norwegian. Sako, what's the point of subbing if you're just unsubbed anyway? Very true. I don't. The point of it is that you want to get the content of that creator, but then YouTube unsubscribes you randomly. Come on, I don't get YouTube. Nina, there have been so many instances in which you thought a person just didn't post, just to find out you were unsubscribed and missed like 3 weeks worth of videos. Yeah, same. And that's freaking annoying. Okay, I'm sorry. I think we will do another sprint, and maybe we can change color on the googly eyes. We will do one. Only 5 minutes. I want the mustache one. Let's do this one, but take it down a notch. Not 60 minutes. Okay, let's see. We will do 25, I think. Yes. There we go. SD, you're attending a webinar on the hour by Lulu, direct to consumer trends to grow your audience. Cool. You will leave this up for a watch time. Thank you so much. You are very welcome. You are more than welcome to come next Thursday too. I will leave the link for the AuthorTube writing conference if anybody wants to check that out. It looks really cool, SD. Here you go. So you can check that out if you guys want to. But let's do a 25-minute sprint in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go! Okay, that was our second sprint done. How did you guys do? Productive or not? I think I got, yeah, I think I was productive. What I'm just like, I have those working on the pitch. I have those questions I said, like why am I the right person to write this? Why should it be published and stuff like that? So I've just like wrote down my thoughts like in the first pass on this pitch, and just write down my thoughts and extract the points that make sense, if that makes sense. And I'm gonna use that for like put it into a different document and stitch them all together. But yeah, I just like answered the like background information on this project, like why I started it and why I think that this competition is like a perfect opportunity for me to enter, and just like wrote down some keywords on why it fits the why it fits the youth genre. What's it called? YA? Yeah, young adult, teenage stuff. So basically, I came up with like it appeals to a lot of different teenagers because like it has action, it has like a lot of exciting things happening all the time. It's not dull at any part of the book. It deals a lot with mental health and found family versus blood family, and it also like makes you think on a deeper level because it also deals with like fear of the unknown versus propaganda, basically. So and I kind of wanted to be like, you know, in a pitch where they are like, oh yes, my book is like this book meets da 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 book, like yeah, my book is like Harry Potter meets Hunger Games, stuff like that. But I was kind of just like, I don't know if I've read any books like mine. That sounds very conceited, but I'm also like, yeah. I know that I took a lot of inspiration from like Throne of Glass series. I love that series, but it's not that exactly either. So I'm kind of just like, I don't know why. But oh well. Yeah. So just gathering thoughts and gonna stitch them all together and make a coherent pitch, I think. So yeah. If you missed it, SD Houston has AuthorTube Writing Conference going on, which you can apply to be on if you want to. It sounds pretty good, so I would check that out in the link. Laura jumped in. Hello, good afternoon. You took a lunchtime nap, much needed, I think. I took a after dinner nap before the stream, and it was very good. Sako, you're trying to come up with a topic for the AuthorTube Writing Conference that is in the link above. Okay, so are you going to be like a speaker or have like a workshop or something like that? It sounds very cool. I would maybe apply, but I'm also kind of like, what would I speak about? Because it would just be like my book. So I don't know what I would, yeah, exactly. What topic would it be? So I don't know. Are you, because I saw that there were 3 different kinds. You can like have a panel or a workshop or like a class. So are you having either of those or? Nina, you just listened to music and folded some laundry. Absolutely. You're being productive as heck. Very good. Leslie, hello, hello, welcome. You're stuck on this one chapter right now. Oh, what are you stuck on? Is it like where to go further, or a description, or a dialogue? Maybe we can brainstorm with you. I'm always stuck on dialogue. I do not know how to make dialogue natural. I have to like have a conversation with myself multiple times to just like, okay, does this sound normal? Would people talk like this in the real world? Stuff like that. Wendy, you had the same problem, so you used a TV show instead. Oh, with the like da 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 means da 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 meets. Ah, that's, yeah, maybe I can do that. Brainstorm some TV shows instead. I'm gonna think about that, Wendy. Thank you. Wendy saying hello to everybody. Very good. Yes, Nina, it has been so hard for you to find books to compare your books to. You just read too little, to be honest, but working on that. Same. Or, I mean, I read a lot of fantasy books, but then again, I don't read a lot of New Norwegian fantasy books, which is the genre I'm trying to write now, because there aren't many. And I'm not the biggest fan of horror / scary books, and the fantasy that is being published in New Norwegian for teenagers are more on the scary supernatural side. I've read one that is called Glimt. I don't know if you can say that in English. Flash? Is it that's
Glimmer.
Glimmer? No. No. Flash, like a flash of lightning. Yeah. And it's about like ghosts from the Second World War, and you're like flipping between modern day where a boy meets these ghosts and like what actually, and like look backs, flashbacks to what actually happened for these ghosts to become ghosts. And that one is amazing. It's really, really, really good. But then again, has nothing to do with my book. They're not even in the same genre. They're only alike in that it's written in Norwegian. So I can't like compare that to my book. So yeah. And I want to be like, yes, I understand my market, but it's also a little bit outside of the market. So I don't know if that's good or bad. Well, I don't know. Sako, trying to find a topic. You're digging through your YouTube, looking for streams you did about writing and marketing. Ooh, marketing. That is a topic I would absolutely participate in. because marketing is hard. Very, very hard. And I don't know where to start. And Sako, you're applying to be a guest speaker. Nice. Very nice. Laura, you applied to be a speaker at the AuthorTube Writing Conference. The theme is technology this year. Yeah. Okay, so you're going over websites you use to find open publications for your flash and short stories, best practices for submission, etc. That is a very good topic. Very, very good topic. So, okay. So are you doing like a class? Ooh, can you enlighten me? Is it kind of like the worldwide write-a-thon where it's like live streams? Or do you have to like sign up and then join like a Zoom meeting or something? Please let me know, because that would be amazing, Laura, to get some tips from you there. I'm just saying, because you have a lot of experience with that. Ooh, okay, Wendy. When you've compared your series to The Good Place, people instantly get the vibe. So maybe it's more of the vibe than how it's like actually point for point similar. Yeah. I like it. I'm gonna do a little bit of ruminating on that one. Ooh, Sako, you're thinking of reprising your series Bible workshop. Yes. Oh, like how to make a series Bible, what kind of details you should put in and everything like that. I would be interested in that too. Laura, okay, so it's a YouTube playlist of a ton of speakers. Okay. But is it like live, or is it like you've made a video and then it's put into a playlist? Okay, so it is so your story is actually very similar story-wise to The Good Place as well. Then that would be a good one to use. Ooh, you're thinking of focusing on wikis, like a Wikipedia series Bible? Because I have no idea how that works, but it sounds intriguing. Okay, so on the AuthorTube Writing Conference, you can either pre-record your presentations or do them live. But there is a live Q&A at the end of each presentation using the live stream comments. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot, because then you're like, you can actually get what you're wondering about, what you just learned, get those questions answered. Okay, so wikis for series Bibles. Yes. Cool. Okay, so a lot of cool topics. I'm more and more intrigued. When is it? June. So June 23rd to June 25th. Cool. Cool. But Eastern Daylight Time, 3 p.m. Is anybody in Eastern Daylight Time now and can say what their time is now? I'm so bad at. Okay, so 3 p.m. GMT plus 1 in Eastern. What was it? Daylight Time. Eastern daylight time. Okay. Okay. I have to mix those. 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time in GMT +1. Oh, it's 9 o'clock in the evening for me. Okay. So, yes, very good. Okay, Laura, you're Eastern, and it's 30 minutes past 1 now. Yeah, and it's 30 minutes past 7 for me. Okay, so from 9 p.m. to how many hours? From 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. for me. That might be too late with a newborn, but we will see. Okay, but I'll put it in the calendar anyway. Okay, so we have time for a third sprint, and I'm thinking maybe we can do 20 minutes one, then we have some time at the end for a little discussion, I think. So yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Let's do a last sprint, 20 minutes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go! Okay, that was our third and final sprint. Let me know how you did. I got a few more keywords jotted down. I was trying to describe my age group, aka ideal reader, and I was kind of just like, me, what I like to read, or 13-year-old me, what would she like to read? So yeah, so it's kind of like, should I just say everybody, or no, I shouldn't say that, but like, it's probably mainly girls from 13 to 16, but then again, my protagonist is 18 years old. So is then my age group 18?
Nei.
I don't know. So
Nei.
nej väl. I need to think a little bit more about that. But yeah, let's see here. Jen here to say hi and drop a like. Thank you for dropping a like, and thank you for being here. Wendy saying hi. Sacco application sent to the AuthorTube writing conference. Very good. Like it a lot. Wendy, you wish you got more done, but the day is still young for you. Yeah, absolutely. You're very welcome for the sprint. My pitch is excellent. Thank you. Don't stress about baby stuff, and I hope you have a great week. Thank you, Wendy. You are the best. Yes, let's see. Nina, you did more laundry. Very good. Very, very good. I have a pile upstairs that needs to be folded, but I don't want to think about it. Since there's a chance my protagonist will age, you would say it is a new adult. Yeah. So I this is weird, but I have a very good idea of like the age groups and like genres, like YA, teen, new adult, young adult, blah blah blah, are in English, but in Norwegian, I have no idea what to call them. I think it's only like teenage books is what we would call young adult, like ungdomsbok. Teenager means ungdom means teenager, because we don't have like a genre that is called new young adult or new adult or anything like that. So yeah, so I don't know what I would call it. I think I'll just go, maybe I'll just go to the bookstore and see what's under teenage books, or what they call their age groups. Yeah.
Det var ungdomsböcker. Så.
Jo, that's what I'm thinking. Thanks for saying you're the best, Wendy. You're tired of having to say it yourself. Absolutely, I will gladly take that off your hands. Okay, so yes, new adult. Ooh, you didn't think about that. Is there no new adult equivalent in Norway? That's what I'm thinking. I think it's like the biggest genres or age groups are like kids books, teenage books, adult. There's like no in between, I think. But now in the bookstores, there's also like book talk books. Instagram favorites is like their own genres now. So I've never seen anything labeled as like young adult, ungvoksen, as it would be in Norway then. So yeah. Nina, depending on the feel all around, you can say young adult, and since readers tend to read up 16 to 18 would still work, or 15 to 18, since new adult isn't really a thing in trad pub yet, traditional publishing yet. Okay, yeah. Or you would age her down a year. I mean, the Six of Crows characters feel late 20s, but canonically are 16 to 18. So, yeah, that's what I feel is just like lame, or not lame, but like characters in books are 16 and 17 and acting like they're in the middle of their 20s. And then I'm kind of like, 16-year-olds wouldn't act like this. They're dumb. I shouldn't say that, but it's like they're acting way older than their actual age. I mean, my what's it called? Secondary characters are from, the most important secondary character is 12 years old. So I have like a huge age gap from like 12 to 18 to 25 to 30. So I don't know. Yeah, that bothers you too, Windy, but it works. Yeah, I don't know. I will have to do some more thinking about that, I think. But yeah, I think we'll have to end it there, and then more comments pop in and I have to read them. Okay. So yeah, Nina, you think that it is so weird when characters are obviously aged down, but sometimes you don't have a choice. Yeah. You try to make your characters act their age, even in fantasy. Yeah, because it's so weird. It's so weird. Wendy, you felt that way about Laini Taylor's Gods and Monsters books. This girl is supposed to be 17, but she quickly forgot about it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Like the age doesn't matter that much, really. I think. So I don't know. You're very welcome for this stream, Nina. You always love hanging out with all of us. Very good. I love having you here too. So thank you so much for being here, everybody. I'm hoping next Thursday that I will maybe have like a decent first draft of a pitch. Let's hope. So I hope I'll see you here next Thursday. Until then, have a lovely evening, day, morning, whatever. And I'll see you. Bye.